Hello, Oggies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. I've looked at lots of antennas over the past several years, and my usual mode of operation is to get hold of the antenna and give it a try myself. But let's do something different today. I heard from Oggie Harry Rundell, AC3EK, and he told me about his antenna. It's from SuperAntennas, which is newsuperantenna.com. And it is designed to be a portable, although he has it as his fixed station antenna. And this antenna is no more than 7 feet high, although it sits that on top of a tripod, so 10 or so feet high. And it tunes by means of a sliding tuning coil. And you can very quickly set it up for any HF band, including 80 meters, if you have the 80 meter coil on it, and 60 meters as well. And this antenna, he's very excited about this antenna and speaks very highly of the results. So I thought what we'd do is go take a look at photographs he has sent and stuff that's on the web page for this particular antenna, so you can get a Oggie eye view of what this antenna looks like. This is the antenna that we are looking at here. This part from here to the top is 7 feet. So this is smaller than it looks. There's a very short fence right here that steps down into the adjacent yard. And he's got this hooked to the ground. Right here, there is a tree stump directly beneath the antenna, and he's got this thing anchored to the tree stump. Okay, so this is the antenna that they sell. It's their top of the line, which they have for sale on Amazon now for around $500. And this hooks here. You can see some radials coming off of the feed point here. Those radials go out they're tuned radials, and they go out a certain distance. It turns out that the antenna company supplies these radials if you buy their antenna. And there is a device here. It doesn't have to hook to the tripod. It can hook to some particular point, like a balcony rail or something like that. It goes up a couple feet and then goes into a coil. You see the coil here. Okay. This is a shortened element with inductive loading. And this will allow it to work a fairly narrow frequency band. So you're not going to get an entire band on the lower bands. You're going to have to retune it like on 40, 60, and 80 meters. But this black element slides up and down on that coil right there to give you the right amount of turns. And we'll see in a moment how that's done. And then this is a whip antenna that goes up, okay? Now, the whole length of this thing from the mounting point to the top is about 7 feet. This is the MP1C Superstick portable all-band HF VHF antenna. And as you can see here, the total length here is about 7 feet. So it's got parts down here. It's got the coil, and here is a tuning guide for the coil. We'll look at that a little bit more in a second. This is their frequency guide for that. Now, if you want to operate 80 meters, there is a coil that you can put down here that will give you 80 meters. You can also operate on 60 meters. If you buy their top of the line, this is included along with some radials. Here is the SuperAntenna SuperPod that talks about. This is a tripod. Now, the only difference between this and a photographic tripod is this top mounting screw. The top mounting screw right here is a 3/8 inch. The photographic tripods are 1/4 inch. This is a 1/4 inch by 20. This is 3/8 by 16, which is a much coarser thread. And you can see that it will go up in the air a ways. You can hang from here. This is call out W, a stabilizer weight hook. Now I want to point out this mount up here. This mount, the UM2 Super Mount, number 2, is something that you can use just by itself and attach that to a fence or a balcony rail or something like that. And you will notice over here on the left that this part that holds up the SO239 will actually swivel on there. So if this is mounted sideways, like on a balcony rail, then this right here can be positioned at an angle to get that thing out. This is how you use the slider. What the slider does here is you hook it down at the bottom, okay, to the bottom of the main coil, and then you push the coil outer piece up to the point indicated for the band that you're looking for. This will cover 10 up through 40 meters. If you use the different 80-meter coil, then you use this tuning guide, and note that you're going to have to move it quite a bit to move around the band. Or the 60-meter coil, and there that shows the frequencies that we have. This is a kind of a nifty concept. It's got a little tightener over here, so you can just very finger tight keep the thing in place. This particular stick can be used in a mobile configuration, a portable configuration, or for a fixed station. It calls it a base station. Here are the 3 versions of this that you can get on Amazon. On the left, you see the full version. It has everything. It has the 80-meter coil. It has a special 2-meter coil in there that you can put in line so that you can put 2 meters on this. And it has all the parts and pieces that you need to make this thing work, plus carry bags for it. The one in the middle, for $100 less, you will notice that the tripod is different. The tripod is not the big heavy-duty tripod that you have in the other one. It's a simple tripod. If you're going to use this for a base station configuration, you should put sandbags over each leg of this tripod. I'm not going to say that this is going to be a very strong tripod in a heavy wind. You might be better with the $4.99 version of the antenna. And then there is a slightly less expensive version on the right, which doesn't have quite all the radials. So you can choose which of the antennas that you're going to get. This is on Amazon. If you go to amazon.com/SuperAntenna. Here is a picture of Oggie Harry Rundle. Thank you very much, Harry, for sending in this antenna and having us take a look at it. Harry is in Baltimore, Maryland. He is retired from Fluke Corporation. Fluke makes all kinds of measuring equipment. Everything from handheld simple multimeters up to and including very specialized testing equipment. He is a member of the Amateur Aero Club, W3PGA, in Middle River, Maryland. He's also been a life member of the ARRL since 1970. He's an extra class ham, AC3EK. He sends me a note. here that his QTH is 134 feet above sea level. The ground radials run northeast to south. They're just out on the ground, but they are the tuned radials that are supplied by the SuperAntenna. It says the built-in SWR analyzer app in the ICOM 7300 is a very useful tool to tune the antenna so he can get it just right. So he actually uses this as a base antenna, or main station antenna, so which means he has to run out and change bands. But while he is on the band, he is able to use the antenna tuner in the ICOM 7300. He talks about how he uses his station on FT8 a lot. He uses no more than 25 watts for that. And when he's running CW, he's 90 to 95 watts. On 40 meters, very recently, at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, he worked into Australia on CW, adding to his 55 DX station total for the CQDX Worldwide CW contest. It says it's very easy for him to get out to the antenna and tune it to the next desired band. Now, he does caution here. He says, now this antenna is not for all. It's not cheap. The total cost was over $400, and yet it is of excellent construction with heavy aluminum stock. It's easy to tune to a desired band or frequency using the SWR application in the antenna tuner part of the 7300, along with the frequency guide, antenna guide. Systematically, he's able to achieve tuning of his band choice and frequency within 5 to 8 minutes. Like I said, it will involve a trip outside. As mentioned to you in other emails, I've been on the air with this antenna since May 2019. Total contacts to date are over 4,824. So far, he has worked all states for QRZ and ARRL, and is 14 countries away from his DXCC. So he's had very, very good luck with the antenna. He says, your emphasis, meaning my emphasis on ground radio use, has improved the performance here. There are 6 tuned ground radials attached so far. Plan to add more soon. He says, for now, I am, as a ham radio operator, having fun, and this 73-year-old young at heart ham is enjoying it. So, Harry, it sounds like you're having very good luck with this antenna. This is an example of using a portable antenna for permanent home station use. The antenna that I would think would be closest in competition with this would be the Buddy Pole Buddy Stick, although it doesn't have the ability to go down on 80 meters as well as this other one does. I have a regular Buddy Pole antenna that I keep out in the trailer, travel trailer, for when we go traveling. Nice antenna also. There was an Oggie who sent me his Buddy Stick, and I did do a video of the Buddy Stick. Go into my video homepage at youtube.com/Dave Kassler and do a search on Buddy Pole, and you can find it there. Or go to, let's see, it would be dkassler.com/previous, and you can search for it there. So, Harry, I really appreciate you doing this. If you have an antenna that you think other Oggies might be interested in, please get in touch with me at hamradioanswers@gmail.com, and we'll see if we can't get together. I'll like this. So this has been a video of the SuperAntenna at new SuperAntenna, singular, not plural, newsuperantenna.com, or at amazon.com/SuperAntenna, or you can get the same antenna also if you go to Ham Radio Outlet at hamradio.com and search for the SuperAntenna, and see what they have there. Like all verticals, it's not cheap. I mean, you could put up a dipole for very little money. This will cost you between $400 and $500, depending on which tripod version you get. So there you have it. And thank you for tuning in for this video from Ham Radio Answers. And please take a look at dcasler.com/support for different ways that you can fund this channel. And until we next meet, 73.